everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Patriots going up against the Falcons. With that, let's hand it over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. They've got the call on this Week 3 matchup.
Larry, we are just off of Centennial Olympic Park Drive at the home of the Falcons since 1992. It's the Georgia Dome here in downtown Atlanta. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the New England Patriots and the Atlanta Falcons. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Rob Gronkowski, he's the cowbell of this offense.
So good that you just can't call him a tight end. You call him a special receiver. Can often line up on the backside of a formation and be the primary target. And no one has more fun in this league than Gronk.
Brissett had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down. The starting defense for the Falcons.
Nick Fairley's a former #1 draft pick that when you get the best of him, you get elite play at the defensive tackle position.
Here's Brissett. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Back to throw now on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll buy some time right. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
And it appears they'll go for it here on fourth down. A big call on the game's opening drive. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man. It's Escobar. Give him 8 on the play. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on fourth.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's fourth down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Halfback sent in motion. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Ten yards still left on second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, and it's third down. Now this now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's third and long. Back to throw again. Goes underneath here to White. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence. It allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
But when it comes to the running game, the New England Patriots, they're one of the few teams in the NFL that I don't think care much about balancing things out.
Last year, to your point, 5th in passing yardage, number 30 in the run game.
What they want to do each and every week is make a game plan based on their opponent, not so much their own personnel.
Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougald. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's brought down. They'll get 16 yards there. And the Falcons are going to get a first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now a first down throw, gone. And this is Michael Floyd, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was in the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
Third down, Devontae Freeman. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Well, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down. And quickly, let's check out the New England defense.
Devin McCourty is one half of twins that can cover just about anyone in the league. A top-notch player who can play corner or safety.
On second down, Freeman. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. Throwing on third, Goff. It's brought in by Floyd. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this...
Looking for Floyd, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Brissett, he rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession. Possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On 2nd down, here's Goff. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. And he'll get it up the middle. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And the back goes into motion. From the gun on third down, Goff. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. And this a 39-yard attempt.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
So after slogging through a scoreless first quarter, we have action on the scoreboard. A field goal makes it 3-0.
Well, with these two offenses, we weren't going to stay 0-0 forever, were we? I'm not sure that this opens the floodgates, but I doubt that's the last scoring we're going to see.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
He's going to look deep. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Desmond Trufant. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. After the interception, here's Goff. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here's Goff now on second down. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Watch nine, watch nine. Three.
Set. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Hard throw, incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Michael Floyd, and it brings up 4th down.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Garoppolo now. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A good pickup there at 22.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone, and that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. One receiver left, two to the right. Garoppolo. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
Looking to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Rob Gronkowski in the final seconds of the first half. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, that'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Back to throw, Goff. He's going to fire one, deep left sideline. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds, incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now Goff on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. A look at the offense now here coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They'll run it now out of the gun. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions. but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out on the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now a first down throw, gone. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll run the option left. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll lead here to a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Let's go. What? What?
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Brissett. This will be caught at about the 5. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Here's Brissett. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a second and goal. Shift together here from the D-line. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Jimmy Garoppolo, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one. I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
To throw on second down is gone. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in. An extra corner on the field for New England here on third down.
Yeah, another DB. Goff now looks to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And that brings up fourth down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
All right, now, look at 56. Here we go now.
They are going for it. Goff. And he comes back with one complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one good for 21 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, it's gone. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
And a catch made by Leonte Carroo. It'll be a gain of 9, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Simple slant route, and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Leopard, set, green, 39.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. 4 yards remaining now on second down.
Black Brown, Black Brown. Black Brown, Black Brown. Here we go.
Looking to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
So much of the game today we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Now they'll run with Lewis, and they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Second down following the run.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
All right, now, look at 56. Over. Watch it now, Barney. Detroit.
Under 10.
Here we go now. All right, now, look at 56.
It's a quarterback sneak. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge, their D-line surge leading to 4th. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Set. Blue 90.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Get loud. I want to hear you.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Call it a gain of 3. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. They slot Gronkowski outright.
Come on, let's go. What? 90.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now they call on Stephen Gostkowski. His career-long 57 yards set just a year ago. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
That'll be taken in the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
2nd down following the incompletion.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
It's caught inside the 25. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Let's go! Green, 39!
On 1st and 10, Goff. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass.
Hurry up, here we go! Rush it! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Duron Harmon. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just 1 kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.